Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am here with Brett, the 11th placer, first member of our jury. How are you doing tonight, Brett?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm doing well. Okay, so let's start off by talking about your game a little bit. You came into this game on OG Incendio. Um, you didn't know anyone on your tribe but one person,
Yeah.
Lucy. So, were you shocked to see Lucy on your tribe? And if not, how was you connecting with the other people?
Yeah, no, it was a big surprise. Just played with them in the game beforehand and they did very well. And so it was actually kind of refreshing because I was trying to work with them in that game and we got on different tribes and never got really to play with each other. So it was kind of nice being actually in a tribe and being able to actually work with them and make some moves that could potentially get us further in the game.
Okay. So we saw that you went to the beginning of the game, you went to your first pit where you were part of a blind side.
Yeah.
What was your mind going through that? Because Lucy was obviously coming to you with these ideas and she was paranoid. What made you go with the plan and why didn't you stop the plan, if that makes sense? Why did you go with what she wanted instead of going and throwing someone else out?
My whole goal going into it, knowing that I was going to be working with Lucy the whole time and knowing how frantic she was, and I was kind of like, it was like the calm and the storm,
Okay.
it worked together and it was just like opposites attract. And like when she went with that, I was also kind of thinking the same thing if like at the beginning. And I kind of just wanted to test my authority, I guess, in a way, not really in like a bad way or anything, but just seeing where other people lie and see how well my social game could get a decent player like Mac out that quick.
And with that, you were so successful. Matt got voted out. And then from there, your OG tribe started running immunities. And then, boom, we slapped you with a swap. But it didn't really matter in your game, because you were swapped with a majority Ascendio tribal line. From there, what was your thoughts having Lucy, Brian, Aston on your side, as far as being in a majority OG tribe? Did that help your game, or did what was going through your head when you found out you were swapped?
It made me excited as heck, man. Like real, like having the numbers right off the bat was great. Uh, you know, working with Brian, he was my dude. We had great talks. We had our own one-on-ones, and like he was a good dude for me. Like I thought we were cool and everything, but it's good. But in that time, it was great. Like having Aston there, like I mean, having like all of us there, and then like getting to that video part was a little difficult. I mean, we could have gotten a little better with like David would have showed up for it, but that is what it is, and he's still in the game, so good on him.
So then we reach the merge. You didn't get far in the merge. You made the merge, but didn't get far. The first merge pit, you were the one voted out. Was it a shock to you?
Um, no, I mean I had nerves all day thinking about it. Like I had that advantage where I could have burned somebody and like made somebody not be able to vote. And in the back of my mind the whole day, I mean, obviously hindsight right now, but I wanted to use that so bad. Like I was thinking about it all day, and then it was just flip floppy all day too. Like we were in and out of fucking calls. Like it was just wild. So it was just like a big mind fuck at that point, and everybody wanted me to use the other one just in case, just to see where everybody lied. And my other advantage was just I could see who all voted after the person that got burned at the pit, so the whole tribe could see who got who voted for who. But I never got that far. So I went home with 2.
So let's talk about that. You went to the jury with 2 advantages in your pocket.
Yep.
One of them being a burner vote, which did not allow another player, if used on a certain player, they could not vote. Do you regret not using that power? Because if you had used that power, it would have tied.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. You know, like I don't know how it would have worked because I'm not 100% sure of how the tie would have gone to rocks, or would it be just those 2 didn't get voted for, or I don't, or you could only vote for those 2. Is that how that works?
So at the first merge pit, you got votes and David got votes. If you had used that advantage,
It would have tied.
it would have tied. Depending if they actually voted for David. So like if you had used it on someone and they didn't vote for David, they actually voted for you. You would basically lost the vote in your hand.
Is what I used. I would have used it on.
And then the vote reveal. Do you think finding that vote reveal really helped or do anything with your game, or was it just there?
I was hoping it would have helped. I would have seen a little more lines, but you know, like I said, hindsight. Well, I wouldn't have been able to use. I never got to use it anyway, so because I got it like the night before.
So let's talk about people who came after you, because we are viewers. We are doing this exit interview a little late than expected. Were you shocked to see Chantel come after you? You watched it. You were there at the pit. You watched that whole thing happen. Were you shocked that Chantel was the one that got voted out?
No. I mean, I kind of had a suspicion that Kevin had the idol, and it was a hell of a play on him. Like that was great. Like that was fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, it was either him or Liam, or sorry, Chantel or Liam. So I don't know. I always thought Liam was on the bottom, but he's playing a hell of a game too. Like, so I misread that.
So the next few people that follow Chantel were actually close allies of yours. Joe got voted out, then Kevin, and then your number 1 in the game, Lucy, got voted out right after.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts on that? Seeing like literally right after Chantel, who wasn't your ally, but after that it was ally back to back to back to back. What do you make of that?
I mean, that's what they wanted to do. I mean, if you follow the gameplay, like they got rid of me, which I mean was a little faster than I thought, but heck, it's been working out for him. You know, like I didn't foresee Brian like flipping on me that quick. I kind of saw him like his gameplay switch a little bit with him not talking to me as much. Like I've read into it. It didn't surprise me. That's why I mean it was great gameplay. I can't give anything. I can't talk shit on him at all. But you know, like it was just a little too fast, I thought. But like I said, like it's going great for him. So like you said, boom, 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 boom. You know.
All right, so let's talk about you as a juror. So your first game, you didn't make the merge or the jury phase. This is the first game you made the merge and be part of the jury, where you'll be voting for someone to win. What are you looking for in a finalist when voting for them?
Right now I just I'm going for honesty, and I really want to know where their game was at the beginning. Like I want to know what they thought going into it, where I was either like, if it's Brian, I want to know, you know, where I fed into his game, and when he decided in his mind that he was going to flip on me or vice versa or whatever. But and everybody else is just I just want to know why they're there for in their mind, you know. So just honesty and nothing too crazy.
Okay. Um, out of everyone in the final six right now, Josh has one immunity. Out of those six, who do you think is the next one going to be voted out?
Well, if the pattern keeps going, it's gonna be Chase.
Okay, so from there, out of the final six, who is most likely getting your vote if they make it to the end?
Jess would get my vote right now if she made it to the end. I would probably say either Jess or Aaron. Aaron's played a hell of a game for just being quiet. Like she had me going too. So at the very end, like 30 minutes down, like we were having a conversation and she played me good. So I mean, good on her as well. So
let's dive into Aaron's game a little bit more. Aaron has openly said in multiple pits, um, in this case, viewers, if you're not knowing what a pit is, it's considered our version of the tribal council.
mhm.
She stated multiple times that she's playing the game for fun, just to like here to socialize with people. She's not here to win. If she makes it to the end, on your end of your perspective, do you think all the conversations you had with Aaron is disingenuous? Like, do you see it as that if she makes it to the end? Because the whole point of her gameplay is not to make the end.
No, I mean, in my opinion, she knows what she's doing. And you know, if she is playing for fun, good for her. And it's a great strategy. And I mean, if you're blatantly honest or, you know, pretending to be like she may be, I don't know. But I mean, in my opinion, I never really got to know her. But like I said, if whoever's in that final, I'll get to know them pretty well through my questions. So I'll know exactly who I'll pick by the end of my questions. So
I haven't had dinner. So I'm like watching tweet.
don't worry.
So being the first juror, each juror that enters the chat comes with information. Um, has that ever since Chantel, Kevin, Joe, Lucy, ever since they came in, has your perspective on people still in the game changed, or is it still the same?
It's still the same. I mean, everybody's got, you know, when they come in, they're gonna have animosity. You know, when I came in, I didn't have anybody to talk to. You know what I mean? Like I had to talk to you guys, and you guys were like busy. You know, so like I'm just in there chilling. Like so, you know, I mean, everybody's gonna come in with their different perspective of what happened, and you know, it's kind of nice being able to see it like firsthand what goes down in the pit, and you know, it's interesting to see and like get to know these people because like Chantel, I literally only talked to like 4 times in the whole game, and it was like 4 days before you know I even got kicked out. So like it's just like you start to meet these people, but I mean obviously she's the only one in there that I haven't really talked to, but you know it's interesting.
Okay, so before I end this recording, we asked every single person that eliminated their own, I guess, what could you give to a future Inferno player? Any tips, advice? Because one, we got you from the Facebook community.
Mhm.
Um, and if anyone from the Facebook community who's not really like in the Skype Zoom community, like what tips and advices would you give that?
I would say stick to your gut. Uh, know know where to look for things. Know when to ask questions. Know when to take the back seat. Also know when to go. Like when don't be scared. I mean, if you think something's going somewhere, take it, do it, use it, anything you got. Like if you are sitting on it, that could be that time where it goes away, you know? So, I mean, get to know people, check the red flags. I would say just play your game, you know, be yourself, be your authentic self, you know. That's about all I think.
Well, all right. With that being said, viewers and everyone watching, this is Brett, 11th place, first member of our jury. And with that being said, Brett, thank you so much for playing. I was not expecting how you do this game. I didn't know how you played before, so it was nice seeing I guess, I mean, you're still new to the community. So
Yeah.
first of all, welcome to the community. It was nice seeing a fresh gameplay, and a new person to bring their own personality to the game. So thank you so much for deciding to play this game.
Thanks for having me, yo. For real. Like hopefully when you guys do another one or have people back, hopefully I'll be back.
Who knows?
Yep.
And with that, I am ending the recording.